Then you're speaking recently about bands that are still doing it and doing their farewell tours over and over again. Now, you guys have said you're not doing any touring again. Now that's finished. But have you left the door open perhaps for any kind of one-off gigs or any special shows or anything like that?
No, I can't see doing a 90 or 2 hour set. I can't see singing 18 to 25 songs. It was a famous movie in the 70s, series of movies called Dirty Harry with Clint Eastwood. And one of the famous lines was, "A man's got to know his limitations." And that is me. I did a few solo albums after Twisted. Really happy with the last couple albums, especially for the love of metal. Just sort of, thanks to Jamie Josta, inserting me back into the conversation as a metal vocalist and as an important vocalist, and doing some very memorable shows, whether, particularly Bloodstock, which were documented and are For the Love of Metal Live. So I felt I left, on a high note. I was still performing at a pretty good pace. But you got to be true to yourself. I know, neck surgery, throat surgery, shoulder surgery, knee surgery, and more to come if I was going to stay out there on the field, so to speak, especially performing at the level I like to perform at. There's a radio DJ named Eddie Trunk in the States, and he said, "You're right, Dee." He says, "You painted yourself in a corner." He says, Alice Cooper was always sort of the slinky, snarling, we just sort of walking around the stage and being creepy. And he could do that at 75 or however old he is today. He says, "You were always like shot out of the cannon guy, come running out and just thrashing." And he goes, "And we expect that. And I would be disappointed if you don't do that." And I said, "And I'm disappointed that it hurts when I throw the horns. I throw horns. I can't throw them straight up, and it hurts." I said, "It's not supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to hurt." So, I just, I've been blessed that, like I said, I even though I lost everything, I got everything back. And I also have other avenues. I've been doing radio for over 30 years, voiceover over 30 years, acting, writing, now I've got a novel out. So I've opened so many other doors for myself. I'm not like many of my peers who, and this isn't a criticism, but they're one-note horns. It's what they do. So they're forced to stay out there. And even though they've gone from arenas down to local club, but they're still out there. We've all seen that. And it's tough to watch sometimes. That documentary on The Sweet, if you've ever seen that one, was it Brian? It was coming out of a pub, where he was performing. And it was just tough, so these are our heroes. These are our heroes. They should always be up there, and yet to see them down there, I don't have to do that. So I don't want people's last memories of me to be, they saw me in a local club and there was a handful of people there. And I was going through the motions because I couldn't sing anymore and I couldn't perform anymore. So I'm blessed that I don't have to do it. People keep saying, "So when's the reunion?" That was 2016. There's no reunion. Oh, and answer your question, no, we're not full set. I've always said, the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame in California inducted us. We gathered. We did 3 songs together. We had the time of our lives, and it was a moment. And we could watch it online. It was great. People see it and go, "Why don't you guys come back? You were amazing." No, it's done. If some TV show, The Tube, somebody has let's remember The Tube 50 years later and bring some of the greatest shows of in the history of The Tube, and they ask Twisted Sister, what? Yeah, we'll go do a song. That's a moment, that's a song. But getting up on that stage and doing a full set, having that responsibility, it ain't happening because I'm not a shit talker like most of the other people. And by the way, and I want to say to all the people, people get upset when I say you're mocking, Scorpions, Kiss, Motley, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. But I didn't tell you to retire. As a matter of fact, you don't have to. Your fans don't want you to. Stay forever. Stay forever. Rush stayed until Neil passed, Metallica says, they don't think if they're ever going to retire officially, and maybe they'll just stop playing one day or whatever. I don't want to put words in their mouth, but that's fine. just don't sell me a No More Tour shirt. Just don't sell me a premium ticket. Don't sell me a tour book. Don't sell me that stuff and then change your mind. 3-year farewell tour and we changed our mind because we haven't played everywhere. No, Scorpions, you played everywhere 3 times. 3 times. Okay? Time to go. You said you were going. That's bullshit. Okay? Just don't announce you're leaving. Stay forever. We love you. We don't want you to leave. Blue Oyster Cult have tour jackets on tour forever. Terrifies me. But that's their statement. We're never retiring. We'll always be playing. God bless you. And I'll never shame them for going out there and keep doing it. They're living what their dream. And there are people coming to see them. God bless them. But they didn't go out there and say, we're signing in blood. This is it. Farewell. 3 years later, big checks waved in their face. We're back. We're back. And now members are aging out and replacing members. That's bullshit. Bullshit.